I feel like the complexity of like all my online personas need to be like it needs to be studied. What I mean by that is like I've had like so much like online names, like usernames, and honestly I just wanna like I feel like I wanna go through it. The first one, like the oldest one that I can think of, is like I wanna say grapefish. Okay, the thing about that one though was like first of all, what the fuck, grapefish? Or like it was like grape or something. I don't know. I think it was just like I really like grapes. I don't know where the fish part came from, but I just remember I really like grapes. Oh, I think is that where the fish part came from? I remember it was like at a time when I was like playing a lot of like Splatoon and stuff. I don't know. Do you guys know what that is? I was a fucking loser. Okay, wait. That kind of like this kind of messed up. Splatoon players, they aren't losers. Actually, they kind of are. Game players in general are losers. But they're cool losers, and I think that they can also admit as a part of the gaming community. I'm not laughing that I said gaming. I mean, like, I am laughing that I said gaming community. I don't know, it just feels weird to say as a part of the gaming community. I would assume that, like, everyone plays games. Okay. So everyone's a fucking loser. Okay, as someone who does play games, as a person, I just, I was like, you know what, let me be creative. Like, everyone wants to be, I was like, it's Splatoon. Okay, so you want to be unique, right? And I was like, oh, let me figure out a name. So then I was like, I really like grapes. So I think the oldest one was actually grape, but the A in grape was actually with an X. So then I don't know what, but somehow I got fish. I just think I was being quirky, or maybe it was just the fact that it was Splatoon and there was a bunch of fish in Splatoon. But yeah, that was like the first username. I kept that for like a solid amount of time. Back in like 7th grade, I used to like draw, and I was a solid drawer. Okay, come on now, and I was a pretty solid drawer in my opinion. And I made the Twitter and I made the Instagram account. I don't know where the Instagram account is right now, but I made the Twitter, and I think I did make a pretty good following on there, and I did meet a few people on there. I don't know if my Twitter's still up. I'm not gonna tell you if it is. I can't tell you if it is. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know where that shit is right now. And I actually was not supposed to have it. I think at one point Grapefish turned into Grape Ray or Grapefish Ray or something like that. At one point I wanted to incorporate Ray into my name, and the reasoning is for that is because I have a favorite YouTuber. Her name is Asia Ray. That's where like that's the whole reason why like my videos are the way they are, or like the reason that I'm making videos is because of Asia Ray. And I think I wanted to be more like her, right? So then I started adding Isaiah Ray. No, yeah, like Isaiah Ray or something like that. And I stuck with that too for a bit, but then I was like, actually I want to use this nickname that I used to get called back in like middle school, and I was getting called this nickname back in elementary school, which was Issa. My friend called me that. I'm gonna incorporate that into my username. So then I incorporated that into my username. So then I got Issa Ray, but it was too short. So then I put Isaiah Issa Ray. At first it was Isaiah Issa R-A-E, but then it changed to R-E-A, and then it changed to that weird thing that you can, like, the weird, like, A, like, the A connecting to the E, so then it was Isaiah Issa Re, something like that. And then at one point, I was like, actually, this is too similar to Asia Ray, so I'm gonna change it to Isaiah Issa R-A-Y. And then I was like, but what happens when I get famous? Because at that point, I didn't know that there was a celebrity named Issa Rae. You know her? And I was like, this is gonna sound too similar. So then I was like, I need to figure out something else.
Editor here. I don't know why I was taking so fucking long to say I changed it to acai, but that's what it was changed to, like the fruit. I-S-A-A-I, acai, or like the way you pronounce the fruit. It's pronounced acai, and that's how it's spelled. I-S-A-A-I. I don't know why I was taking so long. I was talking to my friend like the other day, I think like a month ago actually. I was talking to my friend, and I learned that the word adamantly is a lot different than the word admittingly. I thought they were the same. Like I thought that I didn't know that admittingly was a word. I thought like that I thought adamantly meant admittingly. Apparently not. Adamantly, I forgot what it means, but it's not admittingly. I'd be like, oh, to be to be adamant or to or it'd be like, adamantly, I did not like that movie. I I I said that in front of my friend. I don't know what was it actually exactly being said, but I was like, adamantly, something, and they're like, adamantly. And then they're like, Isaiah, I've been wanting to comment. I've been wanting to tell you this for like a really long time because you always say this. It's admittingly, not adamantly. Now, usually I wouldn't have a problem with this. I didn't. I didn't really. I didn't really have a problem with this. Okay, I didn't. Right. But it's the fact that I've been saying this to everyone and no one has corrected me. Not even my speech teacher when I put it in my representation speech. Ho, you're an English and speech teacher. I said adamantly in a context where I would say admittingly. Anyways, I still can't stop saying adamantly. I feel like it's not very known, like which state I live in, which is more than okay with me actually. I'm great with it, but I need something to talk about, so I'm gonna change it right now. If you had to give a guess, I want you to give a guess out of these four. Okay, I bet it's the one that you didn't guess, because it's not on there. It's Idaho. I'm not funny. Okay. I do live in Idaho, which you probably either never heard of it or you have heard of it because BSU is currently going pretty viral, I would say. I don't know, you're in like the in between, like you've heard of it once, maybe because of that stupid song, 50 nifty United States, that stupid song. You've probably heard about it then, but you don't know about it, which is cool. Okay. I would say that Idaho is definitely one of the more conservative states. I was looking at the election. We were red. So, we're very conservative, which honestly, it doesn't show. It depends on where you are. It doesn't really show. Like when you're in Nampa, I live in Nampa, or if you live in Nampa or like Caldwell, you're not going to notice that we're very conservative because Nampa and Caldwell happen to have the biggest population of like different cultures, I would say. That's just what I've seen. I don't know if that's true. I know there's crap ton of Mexicans in Caldwell or just brown people, and I'm brown, so I can say that. As well as Nampa. I mean Nampa it's more mixed. It's more like, oh, there's equal amount. And then like you get to Boise. Boise is very, very diverse. Boise is definitely the most diverse city in our um state, which is honestly it makes sense because Boise is like a little LA or like a little New York. Um Boise it's just our biggest it's our biggest city, I believe. I would assume so. Yes, it is. It's our biggest city, so obviously a lot of people are going to be living there, and a bunch of diverse people. A bunch of people from different backgrounds, cultures, genders. I I feel like I've covered everything. But there's just going to be a lot of people over there of different things. So you would be surprised for me to say that they were all red. Yeah, Caldwell was. I was like on the scale of conservativeness. It was Caldwell and Nampa. First of all, were the most conservative, and Boise was the only blue one that I saw, which it makes sense because Boise is Boise. You know, um, So I don't know. I just feel like I just wanted to let you guys know that if you guys didn't know that, right? There you go. There you go. Where am I with politics? Nowhere. I'm 15. There's my answer. I just wanted to let you guys know on the on the scale of how conservative we are. And that makes us very unknown, unless you're Californian. Unless you're Californian or you're from Oregon or you're what do they call people in Montana? I don't know. If you lived in Montana and if you live north of Utah, then you know about us. But um other than that, you don't know about us because we're a very low key state. Would say, like Idaho, Illinois and Minnesota and maybe West Virginia are the most low key state. Maybe West Virginia. I don't know which Virginia that the country capital is in, like where Washington D.C. is in. I don't know which Virginia that's in. I probably should know because I live here. Not in Virginia, like I live in the U.S. So I should probably whichever Virginia that doesn't have the Washington D.C. inside of it. That's the most low key one. Okay, maybe. And why I say that is because Idaho is unknown. Illinois, it to me, Illinois doesn't exist unless you bring it up. I will never in my head think that Illinois is a state unless you come up to me and unless it is very much said to me that it is a state. I will never believe that Illinois is a state. Sorry to anyone who lives in Illinois, you don't exist. Okay, now you do because I thought about you. Y'all, my head and my arm are two different colors. Minnesota, it's basically part of Canada. I'm fully convinced that Minnesota is part of Canada. We could talk about that later. Actually, we could talk about it right now. You cannot convince me that Minnesota is its own state. Why would you? Don't even try to convince me that it's its own state. Part of the. Don't even try convincing me that Minnesota is part of the 50 Nifty. Don't even because it doesn't make sense. Minnesota is just such a Canadian state. It's so Canada, and I don't understand why it's part of the U.S. Canada, you can take it. We don't need it. We don't need 50. We need 40. 49 is enough. 30 was enough. Okay, any state on like the very top row, Canada can take. You also can't tell me that Seattle isn't a very Canadian state. I think Seattle is a very Canadian state. Actually, Seattle's not a state, it's a city. Seattle does not feel like it belongs in Washington. Washington does not feel like it belongs in Canada. It's just Minnesota, it doesn't seem like a Canadian state to me. Canada can have it. As a proud American citizen, born and raised here. If you know, you know. Okay, they don't know. As a proud US citizen, you Canada, you can have it. Any Canadians, you can have it. We don't need it. I don't want it. I don't want Minnesota, so you guys can have Minnesota because it doesn't exist to US anymore. Minnesota officially declared dead to me. So Idaho, West Virginia, West or North Virginia. And the only reason why I say this is because I don't know, we're just definitely the most low key states. You don't ever hear about us, ever, right? When was the last, like, tell me, when was the last time that you publicly, like before BSU went viral, when was the last time that you heard about Idaho? This is probably the first time you're hearing about Idaho. Yeah, I would also say New Mexico, but I hate New Mexico. And there's nothing, no, nothing happened to me there. Yes, something did happen to me there actually, but nothing in particular happened to me there. No one said anything to me, no one did anything to me. It's just the shitty roads. Why is it even called New Mexico? Oh my god, I don't understand like the historical aspect of why it's called New Mexico. I probably should because I'm Mexican. There's this rumor that Idahoans hate Californians. Yeah, yeah, we do. We very much do. Every Californian that I met, and I do have Californian friends, and I want to say this. It's white Californians. I'm sorry to all the good white Californians if there are any. It's nothing personal. It's just your community as a whole. Okay, I'm not racist either. Oh my god, this sounds so bad. This sounds so bad. I'm genuinely not racist. This is just absolute fact. And white Californians, they always have something to say. They always do. Whether it's about the economy of Idaho, the political situation of Idaho, the brown people of Idaho. The amount of comments I've gotten from white Californians being like, "Oh my gosh, there's so much brown people here. It's so culture diverse." That's okay. But then they'll be like, "But damn, there's so much brown people here." Huh. Like, you're an alien. Okay. Okay. We gotta get this done soon before I say something. Like, you're not from here either. Actually, no, I can't call them an alien. What? Wait. Okay, maybe not alien. You know, apparently they're not eating the dogs or the cats either. Or they're not, actually. Apparently they're not eating the dogs or the cats. It's. Sorry, guys. As a proud cat and dog eater, I apologize to the white community for being subtly racist. Yeah, I'm sorry. Like, you're not from here either. And I don't mean just like from the state. I mean like you're literally not from here. Because those white Californians, like they're always like, yeah, I'm like 50% German. Or like they're always German. They're always German. Every white person I meet is always German. I'm gonna wrap this up now. Yeah. Thank you for coming and watching my vlog. I hope this changes your life. I really hope it. This did not change anybody's life. Oh my god! I hope this made your day better. I hope my. I hope I made you. I hope I made your day better.